Want to thank everyone for joining us today. We're coming to you live again. This is Quickscope podcast. I'm your host, Eric Quiros. We got Serge, we got Neil, and we got our homie Will on this one. You might know him
What's up?
from
What's up?
the Sports Dawgs podcast. You're on that new one too, right?
Yes.
The
Yeah. Positively Central.
Positively Sensual, man. That one always got me cracking up, man. I love that one.
Thank you. Thank you.
So we're happy to have you here. Obviously we've known each other for a minute. We played games, and we want to really get you on here to really talk to us. Let us know what you think about video games. We're gonna touch on a few topics first. There are some hot topics that have come up recently in the news, but then we're gonna get into your bread and butter, which is the sports video games, right? So we'll get into those in a minute. But I want to start on some of these new updates real quick. This one really big one, which I have no idea how this even came about, is Microsoft puts in a bid for $10 billion to buy Discord. Discord.
Oh shit.
$10 billion for Discord. First of all, that is a crap ton of money.
Hell yeah.
Second of all, Microsoft. I mean, they're big on the Xbox. They're PC gaming. It's everything for them right now. As far as gaming goes, if they get Discord, are they the king of video games at that point? Like, what's going on?
The Disney.
They're the Disney
top of the
video
monopoly.
games.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yep.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
just I feel like they're just trying to get every aspect of gaming, right? Like the Discord's that big community based site, and then it's just a place that people grow their communities, and I think that's what Microsoft's about, and they've long been needing that connection to Discord, so this is bringing that, and we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's really cool to see. I think my mind's just going places where, like, what's gonna be the integration here? Because with Discord,
Yeah.
I mean, Discord has grown way past just video games now, right? Like, I know a lot of homies that do music. They use Discord for like just to work on music together and stuff like that. I know people that use it for work now. Discord, like, they create their own server and they're just doing all kinds of stuff on there. But I mean, as far as gaming goes, like, the sky's the limit with Discord now. And I know Microsoft. So those that don't know, I work really closely with Microsoft as my, like, actual career. They've been pushing the Edge browser for a really long time as, like, a competitor to like Chrome and even Firefox. There's already talks of the Discord integration with Edge, like having web browsers that already have Discord enabled and will work perfectly with it.
Yep.
Like, I don't know if that'll be enough to get people off of Chrome and into Edge, but at the same time, that's pretty cool to see them, like, taking that extra step, right?
Yeah.
I think also, I don't know if you guys do this, but me and my homies, whenever we're playing video games, if we're not, like, streaming to, like, Twitch or YouTube or whatever, we'll actually stream to each other. Discord has its own
live stream.
It has its own, like, way of streaming and sharing streams with each other, so you can play games, like, especially if you're playing games together. It's really cool to be able to just jump over to theirs and see real quick what they're looking at, and then jump back into your game. And so that's pretty cool. Any other thoughts on that, on Discord and Microsoft and what that's gonna mean?
No, yeah, just like you said, like the you can basically go on there and create any community, small, big. You can have all your friends invite their friends, and it just becomes a small community on there. And it's just something like you said, the possibilities are endless with Microsoft. So it's just gonna be, I think it's gonna work out for both. And I mean, 10 billion. I don't know how you can say no to that. That's a number right there, man. So
unless you got high plans for it,
I mean,
I don't see how you could turn that down. You know?
Yeah.
I feel you. I use it for, like, Madden and stuff like that. I use it to find people to play online and like join different franchises and stuff that. So Discord is really
Discord is such a big community.
Man, that shit's dope.
And even if Microsoft buys them out, like, I read that Microsoft will just let them work independently. Like, nothing will, like, no big changes will come. It's just You know, just buyout. That's all it is.
Yeah,
It's good for
buy
both.
out and improve. Yeah, that's the way it goes. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens. Again, this is just a bid. I don't think there's anything official that's come through yet. But hopefully we see it. We see it go through. See what happens, right?
Yeah, that's dope.
Moving on to this next one. I have a Switch. I love Nintendo games. My wife loves Nintendo games. We were talking up these next few games like a lot when they first were announced and came out. So we had the Mario All Stars, which is Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, and they put it all into one game. And then there was the Mario 35, which was their like battle royale mode that was really dope. It was really fun to play. Nintendo actually pulls them from the stores. Well, there's a lot of background noise on your side. I don't know if you can just hit mute if you're not playing. Yeah, that works. Yeah, so Nintendo says they're gonna pull out Mario All Stars and Mario 35 from stores, saying that these games were only meant to be anniversary games for a limited time. What do you guys think about that? Is that a weird move on their part, or is kind of the like having it up for a little bit and then taking it away? Is it gonna make people like want those types of games more?
I think it's kind of messed up, to be honest, because it's like, you know, people play games, you be like, oh, let's try this, and then you can't even try it. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, I mean, it's kind of dope for the people that got it because, you know, it's like, you know, it's a limited edition type thing. Yeah. And like they got to play it, or they got it, right? They get to keep it on that.
Yeah.
Right? So, right?
Yeah.
So they got it, you know. They can like, I mean, shoot, you can even sell that thing and really make some money off of it.
Sell your
really
account.
Want to.
Yeah, you could do that.
Yeah, you know, shit. But I mean, I think that's kind of messed up, you know, especially because, like you said, the way you were just describing it right now, I want to play the shit. So it's just like, damn, now I can't even play it myself. So it's like, yeah, it kind of sucks. But I mean, if it comes around again, I'm definitely gonna be one of the top people to try to get it.
Oh, for sure.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. I don't know. I felt, you know, I really love this. I love these, all three of those. The Super Mario All Stars is amazing. I bought it, and it's, man, just for them to take it away that fast. And what did it come out? Just maybe, 3, 4, 5 months ago. So
yeah,
it hasn't been out for long.
It was
so
it was just for their anniversary.
It's just their anniversary. Yeah, which is, you know, it's pretty sad. But like you said, it's a collector's item. So if you have it, you know, save it for a while. Maybe be at a Charizard or something.
Right.
It is a tease, but then again, they did say limited.
They said it from the beginning. I don't think people believed it.
Yeah. So. Yeah.
I think, I don't know. It kind of like, I know I have a lot of homies that are like sneakerheads, and it kind of gives me that type of vibe now. It's like, oh yeah, like this is limited. Like only you can have it for a small moment, and then you keep it, and everyone else that had it, like you can play with each other now. So I don't know if in the future they'll like allow you to sell digital games to like someone. I don't know if that would be like something in the future. Like you hear all this stuff about like NFTs and like digital transfers being available for limited items. Like there's been a lot of talk of that lately, and especially now with how big like Bitcoin's been getting and all the other cryptocurrency. Yeah. Like making that type of purchase for a digital item and being able to give it to someone else, maybe we can start seeing that more in video games too. Like I think that'd be interesting, dope. Right?
Yeah, it's a way to make big money too. Somebody think of that.
Yeah,
that's a money flow right there. You know.
Yeah, like
that's
NBA,
all they love. You know.
Yeah.
And in NBA they have NBA Top Shot, which is their NFT, which is pretty cool. So maybe we'll see that in gaming. Maybe some clips or some stuff from some streamers, or you never know.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what comes next. One other thing I wanted to talk about was I feel like we talk about this game way too damn much on this podcast, but Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk multiplayer has been officially canceled. So I know, Will, you're big on GTA. And you like GTA, and then there's a GTA multiplayer, which we've talked about too, right? We were kind of envisioning that for Cyberpunk. It was gonna be like GTA Online, but with Cyberpunk, and now they cancel it. What do you think that's gonna do to the game? Like, what if you had GTA, but you only had the base game? Would that be worth it for you? Because I feel like the multiplayer is what makes people keep coming, right?
Yeah, yeah, because it's definitely I like that's one of my favorite parts about playing games is to be able to like interact with other people and stuff like
Yeah.
that. And like I like to be an asshole and piss people off, so like I go around just doing stuff just to make people mad and just. I mean, it's fun to play a game by yourself sometimes, but that shit gets old and boring really
Oh, yeah.
fast, you know. So it's like my whole interaction. That's like one of my main parts of like playing video games. So like I would be like kind of mad, especially when you got other games that do have like things like where you interact and you play online with other people and stuff like that, and you just thinking like, damn, well, why doesn't this game have it? Especially like I don't play Cyberpunk, but I've seen the way it looks and stuff like that. That should look dope. Like it would look dope with a
Oh,
multiplayer,
yeah.
like you know. And then, so like that would suck if GTA didn't have it. I probably wouldn't play it no more. To be honest, after I beat it, I would be like delete it, just waste memory and shit like
At
that.
this point, yeah.
Yeah, you know. So most definitely.
Cyberpunk, I really like see GTA in it. Like I never played Cyberpunk yet, and I think Cyberpunk, like if it could just stay at a single player, you know, like I wouldn't have mind. You know, I think I see it as one of those GTA games that people feel comfortable, people are used to it. You know, like there's some people that'll be like, all right, well we could just do something different, but I think Cyberpunk, you know, like I mean I wouldn't mind. I still need to play it, but
Yeah.
you know, like I know there's people out there that just would leave it at single player.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, yeah. Some people like playing by themselves,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what they love to do. So I get you on that point.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, but
Good.
I'll say just especially with their issues with their single player right now. So it's not like
Yeah.
it's better off for them to delay it and be like, we're not bringing this, and later on, whenever it's ready, drop it on them, and you never know, they bring it back because I think it said they weren't sure they were gonna cancel it. It was delayed
Okay.
as of what they said, right? I think
It's
so
they
it's not officially
they use that keyword indefinitely. So I don't even know what that
indefinitely.
means.
So
And that's good. Keep taking your time.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. As long as they don't take their time and blow it as much as this,
Yeah. But I don't know, man.
We'll
Dude,
see.
why even tell us at this point? Like, why tell us, hey guys, we're gonna make a multiplayer for this, and then like just a few months later, oh, by the way, we don't know when we're gonna do it, but we are. It's like,
I mean, well, they have that history though, right? Like,
Yeah.
how many times did they postpone this game? Countless times. So it was been going on for 8 years that they were postponing this game. So it's kind of their MO, I guess.
Right.
They couldn't get that patchwork right, so they were
Yeah.
fucking up.
that's
So
how they work internally, I guess.
yeah, and maybe that holds. That's what's keeping people in. Is just like that waiting for the drop. Like this shit's coming eventually. Let me just keep holding on. They've been patient.
Right.
That's what's keeping the customers in.
Yeah, so we'll see where it goes. I don't know, man. I was kind of excited for a multiplayer, but we'll see what happens next.
Yep.
Another announcement or update. I guess we saw this one coming. The E3 award show, the big event, that video game event. Everyone looks forward to it. You get all the big names there. All the brand new games are usually released there. E3 is gonna be online and it's gonna be free. So
Really?
So it's
cool.
gonna be free.
Shit.
All the content is gonna be free. Typically, you get the big names on there. PlayStation, Xbox, releasing really cool games and like never before seen footage, never before seen games. I know there's a couple, like Blizzard doesn't really do E3, but that's because they have their own BlizzCon, and some others. I think Riot does their own thing also because they got League of Legends. But for the most part, like all the major games, all the major labels are all going to be there E3, and it's all going to be online and completely free. So definitely keep an eye out for that. There's not a ton more information on that, but we'll see, because I know that like slowly society's starting to like get their shit together, and everything's opening up again.
Yeah.
But it's interesting to see that you got some like concerts that are like, oh yeah, we're still gonna be in person, but then you got something like E3 is like, we're gonna stay digital. Maybe I'm thinking that a lot of these companies saw how easy it was to do something digital versus live, and how much money they saved.
Yeah.
And maybe they just might do this moving forward. Do you think that's a benefit for them, or do you think they should go back to how it was before? Because I don't know, man. Like even seeing back to like some award shows like the Grammys and stuff, like they're still trying to do it in person, but still virtual. and I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect there from something like E3. Are they, because they're kind of setting a precedence, right, for all the other video
Yeah.
game award shows and conferences.
I mean, it kind of depends, you know. With E3 at least, you can't really. The part of it was being a little bit tangible, where you went in there, and you actually tried these games that are coming up. Um, so it's kind of hard to do with E3, I
Yeah.
guess. I think they're gonna still keep it, but maybe keep it to a smaller group like they did used to have, and then not open it up to everybody. Um, but I think they should do a little bit of both for the future. But I'm glad that they're at least doing it all for free, and you said they've worked online, so I don't see them having any
That's
issues.
true.
And they probably just wanted to cancel this to be sure. Unlike other people saying that, oh, we might have it up, and then they go through the whole process, and then that month that's coming, they have to cancel everything. So just push it till next year, and there's no reason to start this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Sure.
I see the expo like eventually coming back live. It's just one of those events. It's awesome that they're doing it. They're gonna be online for free, but I just see it coming back eventually.
Yeah, we'll see. Because a large part of this is, I know, like, at least at BlizzCon, like, yeah, they do all these announcements and cool games and awards and everything, but they also have competitions, right? Like in-person competitions and tournaments and all these really cool things that they do. I remember, I think at the last E3 they did a roast on Ninja, and that was really funny to watch. And so yeah, it's more than just the award show. So yeah, that's a good point. But yeah, well,
I think they're taking them. Oh,
go ahead.
my bad. I was thinking they're taking the marketing point of view to like giving you something to miss. Just like with the cyberpunk type of thing. It's just like, damn, I miss going out and stuff like that. So it's just like, yeah, we're gonna cool off on it this year, but when we hit it, it's gonna hit hard, type of thing. So that shit's gonna be like ridiculous. It's gonna like skyrocket through the roof. So I agree with him, like with Neil, what he said when he said it's gonna come back. It's just something, like you said, the competition and stuff. It's stuff you can't do at home. It's stuff you got to be in person to do. So I think it comes back.
Yeah, that's true. I think out of this like pandemic though, we have gotten some really interesting stuff that's come. I don't know if you've heard of the AT&T Annihilator Cup. So they're doing these sessions, these every Friday in April on Twitch. They've invited 20 of the biggest streamers to compete, and it's almost like an Olympics of video games. And
I saw
they're
that.
competing in like 4 or 5 different games, and they get points depending on the game. So they're doing like Apex, Among Us. There's a few other games. Yeah, it's basically kind of like the what's it called, the like decathlon.
It's cool.
But for video games.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, because they got
top streamers.
It's the top streamers. They got like Shroud, Link, Yusuf in there, like, and they're all gonna compete at all these different games, and like
that's dope.
Yeah, so that's gonna be really cool to see, and I think
it's gonna go live this Friday,
right? This Friday on Twitch.
Yeah.
So I think seeing that is gonna, like, these types of events. We're also gonna be seeing a lot more of this still, right? These type of online events. Because I feel like something like this wouldn't have come about as at an in-person event in the same way that people have just like come together and done it now. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see where the future of like gaming events goes. But I think it's been interesting, especially with seeing all these different hands trying to do their own different type of event and seeing where it goes from here. So. Yeah, I think it'll be really dope. So, yeah, Annihilator Cup, definitely one to look out for this month. But, yeah, and we're just keeping an eye on E3, seeing what else they say, what more details they give us.
They haven't announced a date or anything like that?
For E3, that's all they got. All they got is a date. It's online, and it's going to be free. That's all they got. So, usually do it like...
We should do a pod on that.
Usually like the second week of...
Pod. Yeah, that'd be dope.
It's usually the second week of June, I think.
Yeah, it's usually in June. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Hell yeah. So something to look forward to.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Next, I want to talk about some new upcoming games. I only have one game. I don't know if you guys have heard of... Actually, I have 2 games. First one is League of Legends Wild Rift. If you haven't played League of Legends, it's a MOBA. Wild Rift was the mobile MOBA, right? So
Yeah.
it was everywhere. It was in Asia. It was already in Oceania, which is like Australia and Europe. It finally came to North America. You can play League of Legends on your phone. It's a much easier form of League of Legends. It's Wild Rift. It's its own game. It's simplified with like the items that you build and all that throughout the game, but it still has the essence of League of Legends. And especially if you've never played League of Legends, it's a really good segue into it, right? I mean, I'm a League of Legends fan. I play a lot of Teamfight Tactics, which is their auto chess game, and I think it's really dope to see this. In the future, they are going to release this on console as well. So so Wild Rift is going to be on console. I don't think there's any way you can get normal League of Legends on console, just because there's so many inputs and shortcuts in that game. I don't think it'd be viable. But after having played Wild Rift on my phone, I think it's definitely viable to see that on a console. And I actually think a legitimate like esport and online gaming community can come from Wild Rift. I just wanted to throw that game out there. New upcoming game, and you can download it now for free on your phone. So check that out. It's a dope game.
Nice.
And then another one that I wanted to mention was that dodgeball game? It's like Ultimate Knockout. It's EA. EA Knockout City. There you go.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, we were talking about Knockout City. Now you can actually register for the beta for free. Before, I think the alpha was only on PC. Now the beta is on all platforms. PS4, Xbox, Switch. I think it's on mobile too. It's definitely on PC and on the next gen consoles as well. And it's all cross-platform gaming. So you can play with each other, and for those that haven't played it, it's a really fun game. Like, you get thrown in a city. It's a dodgeball game, and you have like specials for like how you throw the ball and you hit each other with it, and you like knock people out of the game. And I think it's a really fun game. It's really dope how it works. I think Will, us coming from Sky Zone and playing a lot of dodgeball, I got way too excited for this game. But yeah, legit. I'll drop the link in the description for this video, cause you need that link. You just go to that link and you click what you want to download it for, and you just put in your information for like Xbox or PlayStation or whatever, and it'll automatically download it into your library so you can participate in the beta. So yeah, definitely check that out. Yeah, that game's gonna be fun. I'm excited that they're bringing it to the older consoles also, because originally it was only going to be a next gen console thing, but they ported it over, and man, I'm just excited for that game. So another brand new game coming our way.
It's dope.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
And then on the topic of sports, we were talking about dodgeball. I know they're EA. I wanted to talk about two very specific games, or I guess game series. I want to talk about Madden 21 and NBA 2K21, or the 2K series, the Madden series. Actually wanted to talk about this because we got Will on from the Sports Dawgs. I know Serge Neal, big into sports as well. So I want to see what your thoughts are on these. I think we can start with NBA, because NBA 2K21, we talked it up a lot ever since they announced the Kobe Bryant edition. I think that skyrocketed how many people bought that game. I see Neil with the Laker hat on too. It's dope.
Yeah.
So when it comes to NBA 2K, I guess first of all, do you guys play? And if so, like, do you play?
I love the game, actually, to be honest. It's something that
you suck at 2K.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I got so discouraged because my roommate, when I used to live with him, we played so much, and I just kept losing by like 25, by 30 points. Damn. And I'm like, dude, I can't even like do any crossover moves. Like, how do you do that? You know? And then I was like, I give up. So I never had a 2K game, and that's probably why too.
Damn. Well, yeah, you gotta do that.
I'm like first person, shooter type of game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I actually just joined. I probably joined probably 2K18. Like you see my friends playing all the time and shit like
Yeah.
that. And I'm not like that huge on basketball. So like, nah, I'm alright. I'm gonna stick to this Madden. And I
Yeah.
started playing and I fell in love, man. Like I was like, fuck,
Yeah.
like this shit is fun to be stuck. Like, and like you say, I'm not the best, you know. I still my friends they played this shit for years, so like they be killing me. Like they get it because it's like it's just not like just pressing a button type shit. Like you gotta like know the timing of the shot. You gotta
Exactly.
like it's like damn, you really gotta do all this just by the hand of a controller.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm
Right,
controlling
right.
this guy's whole body movement, all that shit.
Yeah.
I be jumping all out of the place and like
You also need to know
stuff
the
like that.
stats
So
and like the skill points of your players, dude. Like,
Yeah, that all matters.
yeah, I think I don't know if you guys watch the professional 2K gamers at all. Like, I'll catch the games on Twitch once in a while. So each like NBA team actually has their subsequent like esport team. So like I think the 76ers their team is the 67ers. And it just it's funny. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That's
So
dope.
each team has their own thing, and yeah, I mean, you can become a professional 2K player and make money.
Drafts
yeah.
and everything too.
And the cool thing about that is they draft ranked players from the actual game rankings, right? Like I know in a lot of esports, I think I saw it a lot with Overwatch that they would pick players that had high stream counts and were really like big, like would bring in a lot of audience. But the thing I liked about 2K is like they legit go like into the game and they start recruiting the best people in the game. Like it didn't matter if they were streaming or not, or if they even had like the setup to stream. It was just like, hey dude, like I see your stats in this game. Like you want to join a professional esport team, and I always thought that was dope. I always thought it was dope that they did it that way. They kind of took a book out of the FIFA esports also. I think that's how they do it as well, because you're on a world rank, right? And that's how they start picking their players. I remember I had a funny story about my friend who he doesn't like even sports, right? He was a coworker and he was really into like super like strategy games, and like he was a big League of Legends dude. And he's all telling me like, why do you play those sports games? Like, doesn't it get boring? And I started showing him like, look, dude, each athlete has their own stats, especially when you're playing online in specific mode, given amount of skill points, and you have to change and adjust. And I showed him all the underestimate, like how much you actually had to think to win these games, right? Especially at the higher levels. Man. Like when I was playing 2K20, you played a lot of blacktop, right? Like you were in the
played
in the park. Yeah, the park.
Yeah, honestly, that's what made me fall in love, to be honest, and make my own person. And like he does everything like it's kind of presets and everything, like where you get certain things and stuff like that. But in next gen, it's like more of like where you get to really control what your player does and stuff like that, no matter the position, because it's more of like the NBA now. It's to where the big man, you got big man shooting and stuff like that, and they're more athletic and stuff like that. It's like as to like the old days where you usually have them getting rebounds, dunking and shit like that. So make a big guy, he's a shooter, and like so that's what I love about it. My friends play a lot of what is that? My team. Yeah. So like with the cards and stuff, they love that. That's what they love a lot too. So I'm getting into that a little bit, stuff like that. It's just like you said, because like you get to like take the players and like change their stats and stuff like that. So with my team, they're like, you might have a big name, but he might be a low card, so you got to like work and get him a higher card and stuff like that. So that's what I love about the whole 2K game.
Dang, it's really like grew as a game.
It really has.
I think my first taste of it, I think I was with Neil on this one. I didn't really have 2K games. I think I had the original 2K that had Kobe on the cover. That's like 2K15 or something. I think that was the first 2K game I bought.
14.
Yeah, 14 or something. Because my homies from college, they would play a lot, and we would legit just get like a couple beers and just be like, hey, we're gonna play 2K tonight, and we just be up all night like having our own 2K tournament and drinking. And I think that's where I got my first like, okay, like this is pretty fun. But I mean, hearing you talk about it, Will, like it's expanded so much, and I kind of dipped into a few of those things. I wasn't ready for that grind to get my skill points up. I had already too many games I was grinding in at the time. But I think even it's just like a couch game, just like hanging out with the homie, like, hey, let's pop in 2K and play real quick. I think I still that's where I like fell in love with those games.
Yeah, just for the competition,
Yeah,
being
Yeah,
competitive
I
and
know.
stuff like that.
we
You
like
know?
to compete, you know,
Being at
games.
freaking
Yeah,
Eddie's
exactly.
house, I knew we were either gonna be playing 2K or Madden. Like that's what we were gonna be doing.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you just had to be good
Yeah.
at one
Yeah.
of them. Shit,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
When you're actually doing some couch play on 2K, do you
Mhm.
what teams do you usually go for? Do you pick your favorite? I mean, all three of you are Laker fans, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Yeah.
usually pick the Lakers or do you try out some other teams? Or I know there's always
Um,
metas too. Like me personally, I'm not a Laker fan, but when I play that game, like if I want to win, I know I'm picking the Lakers. Like I'm not stupid. like,
Yeah.
like I'm a Sixers fan, and I mean they're decent. They're really good in the game too. Like in 2K20, they were pretty
Yeah.
good. But I know if I wanted to win, I had to pick the Lakers or I mean there's a lot of hot teams. In 2K20, 2K19, I'd pick up the Warriors. Like yeah, like I'm trying
Warriors.
to win, right? But even then, like sometimes
Yeah.
I would pick up like the Blazers, like a tier 2 team, and be like, I
Yeah.
just
Fun
want to
team.
play as Lillard sometimes. I don't know. Like, what do you guys usually go for? Like, are you trying to win and just pick the strongest team there is?
When I played, I think the last time was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. It was the 2K when I'm sure they all have, the old school
Oh
teams,
yeah,
from
yeah.
back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd always choose like the 01, 02 Lakers
Okay,
or something like
okay.
that. And then yeah, and then or what was it, that the 96 Bulls or something?
yeah,
Like
Yep.
that was always
yeah.
fun, like I would choose one of those teams. And then I think at the time, it was like the Warriors. I would just choose the Warriors because they were so good back then. But yeah, like I just eventually kept losing, and I just quit the game.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't played in, I would probably say 10 years. So it's been a while for myself. I used to play back when the NBA Live days against Eddie.
Oh yeah,
NBA
Oh,
NBA
Live
I
Live
know
was my
'06,
Mamba
shit.
Live.
NBA
Yep.
Live '07. That was
Yeah.
dope with T Mac and all that. But
Okay.
I
Okay.
I'll definitely always used to go with the Lakers, or you always had to have at least a backup team in case someone else wants to play the Lakers and you guys
Right.
swap or something. And then there's always those fun teams. You gotta play with the fun teams, like you said. Dame nowadays it'd probably be Dame or Luca with the Mavs, or
Oh yeah.
you want to play with LaMelo Ball or something.
Yeah.
So you always gotta have your fun teams.
Yeah. We canceled all that, so we do 3 randoms.
3 randoms.
So you pick,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you press the random, and then you get to pick out of those 3.
Oh,
And
that's
if you
cool.
don't like those 3, you get one death one. So that means that next team is the team you got to run with
Oh,
automatically.
okay.
Nice.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
that's cool. That's
That
cool.
works.
Yeah. So that's how we. Because I mean, like you said, most of us, majority, we come from LA, so we all
Yeah,
Laker fans. So
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
we can't all be the
Can't
Lakers.
always exactly.
Yeah, so it's like that's how we like get that out the way and stuff like that. But me, I'm a Westbrook fan, so I try to use whatever team he's on at the
Okay.
time.
Bro, did
A
you see
lot.
his stats the other night, bro?
Oh yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, hell
21,
yeah.
off.
21 assists. That's nuts.
The
He's a
building.
monster. I be trying to tell people all the time. I try to tell them, but they don't listen.
They don't listen.
He has the right mentality for always being stuck on pretty bad teams, though.
I know,
So
right?
I guess, yeah,
Yeah, he's loyal though. He at least
he
tries to
is.
be
He
loyal.
is.
At
I
least.
like him. Yeah,
I had
he's a
him on
dog.
fantasy and I had him on that year where he won MVP. Oh man, he went off so hard, bro.
Yeah.
I was excited, but I got like second place, so it's whatever's.
No, legit. I love
Hey.
playing Westbrook in 2K, just because like
Mhm.
he
Yeah.
can get around any point guard in that game. Because I mean,
Yeah.
He's
I mean in
strong
real
and
life too,
fast.
but yeah, dude.
He has to be the most
Yeah,
athletic.
yeah, athletic.
Besides
Yeah,
LeBron.
the
He
most
can
Besides
post
LeBron.
stuff down
As a
low if he
point
wanted
guard.
to too. Like, yeah, dude could do everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
was
yeah,
there.
it's awesome, kind of working outside of the 2K's meta sometimes, and just being like, I'm gonna pick this team, and I'm gonna show them like how good I am with this team, just to mess with them.
Yeah, hell yeah. But I do like playing with the Warriors because that thing is green. I'm telling you, it is green over there. It's
Yeah.
like switch. They make me feel like I'm that. If I could play with that team, I'll make it anywhere. Like, I don't
When you
care
say
if I win.
when you say green, it's like
The
the
perfect
shot
shots,
shot
yeah.
meter. Like it's
Yeah.
always
Yeah, shot meter. Yeah,
That's
green.
right. Dang, imagine playing the Nets right now in 2K.
Oh man,
Man,
I know.
that's all. It's a bunch of cheating teams. That's all they do now.
Yeah, I know. I know. Whenever I play, I forgot what that game mode is called, where you just pick you pick the position and then you just pick like
Mhm.
whatever player you want from that position. Well, this is kind of how the esport works too. Like you only play the one position and the one person. I would always go for
Okay.
Kevin Durant. Like
Is
a
it a cheat
forward,
code?
man. Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, literally
Yeah.
any shot you take, even if they're right up on you, it's an open shot. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has height.
so,
Hell yeah. LeBron James too. You can just
Run through people? Yeah.
with LeBron James. Yeah, like that shit is ridiculous. I was like, I don't understand how they make this guy so good in this damn
Yeah.
game. He just runs through everybody.
Yeah, he's like one of those one of the most purest scorers I think the league has
Yep.
ever seen. Him and Harden
Just get to the rim.
they're just cheat codes every time.
Yeah, they know how to put the ball in the hoop.
That's crazy that those two and Westbrook were on the same team at one time. That's just
Yeah,
that's crazy.
I think it's interesting how I mean, as long as like I've been playing these games, like even back when like Kobe was like the strong one in the game, it was always like I'd be playing, and if I won, the homie would always be like, "Oh, you just won because you got Kobe on your team. Oh, you just won because you got LeBron." And like I really like playing 2K online and keeping my comms open, because I always hear the other person just talking crap the whole time. And I'll legit, I only play teams that have at least one star on them, like one like superstar, right?
Yeah.
And I just abuse the crap out of that one player, and
Yeah,
it's funny how annoyed other people get at that, right? You're like, oh no, you're not playing real basketball. You're just doing the same thing every time. And in my head, I'm just like, then stop me, like.
Yeah, stop it. Stop it. You know what I would do? Stop it.
It's the same in real life,
Just
right?
paying your
It's
odds.
the same in the actual
Just paying
game.
your odds. That's it.
Right.
Like, you gotta change it up
Yeah.
sometimes. You gotta switch it to, I don't know, switch it to zone, make me shoot, do something like.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people will pick up the game and just try to be like pass, shoot, or try to like go up and just cross over. Like I play against so many people that
Straight
don't
to
even
the
use
hole.
screens. Like I get not using set plays. Like sure, like I don't use set plays when I play. I don't know if you do.
Yeah.
Will, do you use set plays, or do you just kind of like
Nah,
call a
honestly,
pick and roll?
I barely use a
Really?
screen. I barely use that. I'm left,
Yeah.
right. Then sometimes I might go around. I'll pass. I'll set the screen and I'll pick and roll off of that. Because I usually get open when I
you'll
set
get
the
open
screen.
like that,
That's
yeah.
all. Yeah. But I don't use them. I don't use on balls like where I'm the actual person with the handle. I usually get ripped like that, so I'm
Not
really
worth
out
it.
to the point guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, as far as the future of NBA 2K, I think they've actually been doing really well the last few years, kind of changing it up a little each year. I think 2K21 isn't that much different from 2K20. I think the Kobe Bryant Legendary Edition really pushed it over the edge and got a lot of people to buy it.
Yeah.
I did like in 2K20 that they had a full like my player story that was a Spike Lee joint. I thought that was really cool.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Directed by him, and I actually liked the story. I thought it was pretty dope, and I played all the way through that. I know I have a lot of homies who actually like went all the way through with it and played like a full season, like all 80 plus games. And
Dang.
and I thought that was like, I mean, that's dedication for real. But
Hell
even
yeah.
then I think the future is pretty good for NBA 2K. They've been adjusting. I want to see him next year, NBA 2K22, if we get like a bubble mode. Like everyone's in the bubble.
Imagine that.
Everyone's on the same court.
That'd be dope.
No audience.
No, don't do it, dude. Don't do it. That's a big troll,
Yeah,
dude.
no audience
Hell
or
yeah.
anything.
No way. You see them testing every day? They gotta take it tested.
That's
The announcers, because you know they like update the announcers. Oh, like this guy couldn't make it today because he tested positive.
that'd be crazy.
Everybody's wearing masks and
Yeah.
shit. That'd be dope.
No way, dude. That's a troll.
I would do it just for like a couple months. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
oh
Like,
my
fuck
God.
it.
For like
That'd be dope.
Funny as a limited edition.
limited
Just
edition.
one time buy.
Yeah, you know, just I mean,
COVID
it's
edition.
real life. It's real.
Oh,
yeah.
man. Yeah.
So it's something we went through.
Like we actually went through the bubble. Not like
Yeah.
any other like sport, right?
Yeah.
Like we were the only sport.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
But to touch on what Eric said about 2K, They are, yeah, man. They even actually looking like they're about to be trying to start a football game for Madden. I don't know if they're going to go through with it or not,
2K
but I
football,
read on that a little
man.
bit. So they had one back in
Yeah.
the day, which was really
Yeah.
dope. And I used to love playing it, and then it just dropped off. So hopefully, I mean, I like the competition. You know, I thought NBA Live tried to come back and do something, but 2K was just too strong at the time.
Oh,
So
Yeah.
I just like the. I mean, it's just for the fun of it. So
Yeah.
I like to see.
Yeah. I mean, people who play it are gonna buy it. And I think as long as they keep that formula, people are gonna buy it no matter what. I think it's kind of like that Call of Duty thing. If you buy Call of Duty every year, you're gonna buy it, and it's kind of the same thing with NBA. So they're doing well. They're keeping up. They're putting content in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
yeah, it's gonna be good for their future.
that's true.
Cool. All right. Any last thoughts on 2K before we go on to Madden? All right.
What's
I'm
your
at-
favorite position?
To play in Madden? I mean, to play
Yes.
in 2K?
Yeah. Yes.
It's,
This dude.
dude, that bubble still got me like. I was cracking up, bro. Oh my god.
Better have 2K. We better have a bubble mode for reals.
Yeah, that's hilarious, bro. I'd probably like play shooting guard. Like
Yeah.
two.
Yeah.
Two is a good position and it's a fun position.
I don't know. I like playing the positions that I played in high school. So I played forward.
Okay.
I played small forward and power forward. I think that's why I gravitate towards Kevin Durant, because I like playing that position.
Okay.
And especially when I'm playing like where you just play the one position where you're not playing as a team, playing the full team. Like I understand how I'm supposed to rotate on the floor. That's why I just stick to it. Like I feel like whenever I play point guard, I have way too much pressure, like bringing the ball up. But at the same time, like playing center, although it can feel like dominating, it's just like all I'm doing is catching rebounds and moving the ball around. And I always screw up because as soon as they give me the ball down low, I'm gonna go for it. Like I don't pass it back out.
Yeah, no matter what. Yeah.
So I don't understand the other positions quite well enough to play them good. So I stick to the small forward position.
Okay.
Yes, I played the 5 and a 4 in like freshman year. I was a 5. I was just a really big center. I was way heavier set, and I became eventually a 4 and then a 3. But on 2K, like I probably would just keep a shooter like the number 2 position because after high school I just started shooting and I was a fast big guy, and I like to pull up for the 15 shoot 15 footer. And I don't know, just like making that play. Yeah, I was just a small center, bro. It was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard, bro. I hated playing Pomona or like, all those. They're just so much taller. It was like, damn, dude. Like I got size on you, but not height.
It was moving, huh?
Yeah, definitely movement. And then I felt like playing the 5 or 4 is kind of boring on 2K. Even though there's a lot you need to do or a lot you can do. But, yeah.
I actually went to guards because the opposite of Eric, because I did play forward and stuff in high school, and I was like, that's all I did. I was like, let me do some shit that I didn't do.
Yeah.
So let me shoot.
Yeah,
I didn't get to shoot in high school. Let me shoot. Fuck it, I wanted to shoot. Yeah. So that's why I did it. So
that's funny. But yeah, that's dope. Moving on to Madden. So, Madden 21 did not get as much praise as NBA 2K21 did. I remember early last year, there was even like a petition signed to stop Madden from making a game every year. And I was surprised by how many people signed that petition. Yeah.
Jeez.
Like, legit, people are like, you've given us the same game for 3 or 4 years in a row. I'm tired of paying every year for it. But at the same time, I mean, people keep buying it.
People are buying. Yeah, they're buying this shit.
I think it's interesting that people keep buying it. Like, the biggest reason I get from people of why they keep buying it is because they want the updated rosters, right? But I know that even for older Maddens, like, I think there's still like Madden 17. There's still like a group of guys who do updated mods that you can download even on console, you just download them and it updates your roster to the current rosters. Like, and they do them
Oh.
every year. So, even with that available, I mean, what people keep buying Madden. I haven't bought this year's Madden yet, and this is the first Madden I haven't bought in 5 years. And I don't know. It just kind of felt the same to me. And I still have a lot of homies that still playing the last Madden 20, and
Damn.
and so I mean, we keep playing that, and it's I mean, we're coming in on a new season, so I mean, we'll see where the next Madden goes. But what do you guys think about it? Well, Madden as a whole, like, yeah. I mean, what do you guys think about that? I mean, do you like it? Do you like the new one?
Feels like they don't. It feels like their community doesn't, or at least NBA has this community that really is diehard to NBA 2K,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole point system and how they do the ratings at the beginning of the year. They actually emphasize on that. They have like this marketing not a play, but marketing strategy that they really execute. And Madden just seems like they just make the game and they put it out a few months before announcing it, and there's really not much talk about it most of the year. So there's no promotion for it. So they said they need to add stuff in order for them to promote. So if they're not adding anything, there's not going to be any change on that. It's gonna like you said, they just need to bring back NFL Street and
NFL Street.
just get rid of Madden 21 and stop it there.
That's facts.
Something
I'll
new.
buy it. Definitely buy it.
Yeah.
But they actually added another mode. It's called the Yard. It's similar to like 2K's like neighborhood.
Yeah, they're copying the neighborhood.
Yeah, but like
it doesn't really work with football though. I feel like it doesn't. I don't know.
It just this is where I think they messed up is they try to incorporate computers into the game. So like where it's 3 of you and then there's 3 computers instead of it just being all user players, unless you might need a computer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
That's where I think they messed up because it's just like computers don't do what you need them to do and stuff like that. It's not a free roam. Right. They're very like sticking to the book. You know, this is zone. That's the zone they're going to stay in. They're not going to make a IQ football play to where they might have to actually leave that zone to go chase another person or something. Yeah. So I think if they make it more us and less computer, that the Yard has a real good chance of taking off. You know, right. So I mean, it's something new. Like I think they seen the feedback and shit like that, so they're trying to add something. They need to add a little bit more flair. I mean, I like it. They do need to change the mode again. I mean, they have it like 2K where like you go through a little face of franchise, but like then it just ends. As if there were 2K, you keep continue and shit like that.
They have a card mode too,
use
right?
That player
they have like an ultimate mode where you get like player cards and you build your team.
Yeah, ultimate team. Yeah, they have that. I mean, that's fun. And like when I play for the franchises. Like like you guys said earlier with the Discord and stuff like that. So that's what I do. That's what I do when I usually get on Madden and stuff like that. So I mean, but I think whoever is the creator, what would you call them? I don't know, content creators, I guess.
Oh, the developers.
They need developers. Yeah, they need to step up their game a little bit more. I think they might be a little bit too old, to be honest.
Yeah, I see the Madden community like expecting, that's why it probably doesn't back up like, the community doesn't back up Madden as much as 2K does because Madden fans have high hopes for like more or better additions or when
it's very cliche.
It's the same every year, just.
So how do you guys play Madden? Like, if you have Madden, like what do you usually gravitate towards as far as like modes go, or is it more of like a couch play with homies, or how do you play it?
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, mostly couch play with homies. But if I'm playing by myself, franchise is good because you get to like draft. Like you get a team and you start that shit from the bottom, so you draft the players all the way through, and then you play with that team throughout the whole season and stuff like that. And like you can add legends and stuff like that. Like I'm on the one where I got Bo Sanders as running back. He averaging like 300 yards a game. We just feeding him the rock the whole game. Like so, I love shit like that. It just mix it up from the old same old.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like Ultimate Team too. That's just dope.
I've actually made I did this with some homies. We did a drinking game out of it. We put it in coach mode, right? Where you don't control the players. You just pick the plays.
Yeah.
You pick the plays.
Yeah,
oh, that's cool.
And it's for every first down that the other team gets on, you have to take a drink. Touchdowns, you take a shot. And that it's so fun because you're there literally like cheering on your team, like, come on, let's go, like, what are you doing, like, that's not what I wrote up, like, that's not the play I called, like, because they do their own audibles. they'll
Yeah.
change
Oh,
it
really?
up. Yeah. And I think it's hilarious to see that. But I think that's just like kind of us like taking something that we were just kind of getting a little bored with and like, hey, let's try this instead, right? Because I remember playing a lot of Madden, especially with you guys playing over at Eddie's, and I think every time we were there, I like the hit random 3 times and then pick your team. I think that was always the hardest part, to make sure that you guys were matching up like stats with another team that was similar. Like you wouldn't have like a high end team playing a low end team.
Yeah.
So that kind of gives you the opportunity for that. But even within the game itself, like how do you guys usually play? Like what are your strategies? Like I know having played with Eddie, this dude calls all kinds of audibles, and he'll get his players to change their whole route. And legit, if I'm just tired, I'm just gonna go with like whatever the coach suggests, and I'm like, I'll just do the coach suggestion. I know, Will, you're big at football. You played football. I mean, you still play football.
Yeah.
What do you usually gravitate towards? Like, do you actually like go through and you know the playbooks, and I'm picking this play, and I'm like reacting to what they're picking, or how do you generally play it?
I go by like how it's going. Like on defense, usually I run the zone or something like that, and I keep my safety high, and I'm bringing everything. I'm blitzing or something like that, and I'm rallying to the ball type of play, stuff like that. And offense, I like to pass. I like to pass a lot. I'm not really into running. It just comes with the Madden, honestly, because in this Madden, it's really easy to throw an interception.
Yeah.
So like it's really like like they'll swear you like they're not there. You throw it, and all of a sudden they're there, and that's a fucking pick. So it's like, I guess I just kind of like had to adjust, really, to be honest. But for me, like if I'm going with a set, like a game plan coming in, I'm running zone and I'm throwing the hell out of the ball. Typically, hopefully I can go deep because that's what I'm really trying to go. Take it. I'm taking the top
defense,
off.
what position do you usually start off with?
Safety.
You like playing safety because that's what you played, right? You played safety.
Yeah. Yeah, safety and corner. But I like playing safety because corner is off the screen. I can't see
I
it.
Play end. Again, that's what I play. That's what I like playing.
Okay,
I like blitzing and trying to get past the blockers, right?
Yeah.
So, it's funny. I know a lot of people that play linebacker just because they like to.
I like playing linebacker. Yeah. Yeah, you're kind of just in the middle of every play, right? So that's kind of what's fun of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you most likely gonna get the tackle. You might even get an interception if you're in the right spot. I feel it.
Nice.
What about you, Neil? You a football fan?
I am a football fan, actually. I just not a Madden fan.
You
know,
like, what are you guys' teams?
It was a game that I would get blown out. I would get blown out again, just like 2K.
Yeah.
I would play with homies that have been playing since day one, and that's all they play. Yeah. I was like, damn, you guys are so good.
I feel you on that.
But I'm a Vikings fan. So.
Okay.
I'm a Packers fan, so.
No.
Yeah. Eagles fly.
Eagles fly.
Bird gang.
Dang.
Yeah.
I was telling you that one of my friends from here from childhood, he plays on the Eagles. Marcus Epps.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's a safety.
Oh damn! I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, his parents still live down the street from us, so he's around here all the time.
Oh, that's dope. Okay. Marcus Epps.
Yeah.
What city you from?
I'm from Eagle Rock.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, in LA, yeah.
All right. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah, it's dope. You should invite him to play Madden. I think it's funny. I think it's funny how many of these professional athletes actually play these games. Like I remember hearing in the bubble, in the NBA bubble, that they were kind of making fun of it on the news and stuff, but I thought it was dope that they would have NBA 2K tournaments in the middle of their bubble, like whenever they weren't playing because they were getting so bored, they would have 2K tournaments. And I don't know if you remember the was it the NFL All-Star game? They did it online too, right? They had Marshall Lynch and all these people playing Madden. And they're playing it well. Like, they know how to play Madden. Like, I mean, obviously, like, knowing how the position is played and all that comes into effect and everything. But at the same time, like, you have to be a gamer and to know like how to play.
You gotta have some good stick movement.
Yeah, you gotta understand it.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that how many players actually play these games, right?
Yeah.
What gets
Especially
me
now,
is the
especially
shooting
now,
games. The shooting games was they really came in, like Ben Simmons and like AD and stuff like that. They're all in like Call of Duty and stuff like that. And they really be out there putting in work and stuff
Hayward.
like that. Like,
it's cool. Seeing,
you know?
It's cool seeing that because it's like it's our like our ages. You know, these kids coming up and you know it's just the next generation's just gonna keep being gamers. You know, even pro athletes. The future president's gonna be a gamer. Who knows?
I know, right?
Yeah, because it's like old generation. That wasn't the thing.
Yeah.
Usually, you was outside like perfecting your craft. You out there shooting the ball, throwing the ball. Like that's what you usually doing. You're not playing a lot of games. So like to see these guys playing games and stuff like that, it's just like they human too. Makes them a little bit more human too. You know.
Yeah.
So it's dope. It's dope to see. As far as the future of Madden, where do you guys see Madden going? Like downhill.
Yeah, I think it really gets bad if 2K does really make a football game. I think it really goes bad for Madden.
Oh yeah. I think.
Yeah, it just seems like they're not. That's the problem I think with these games is that they don't have any competition. Besides the NBA's competition is Madden and Madden's competition is NBA. Like there's no other competition, so they really don't have to change anything until someone comes in and tries to beat them. So. If another football game comes out, they're probably going down.
Or
unless they make some drastic changes
together and
or make changes.
We talked about it on this podcast countless of times. Like once you bring in a competitor, you just see all these games like come up, right? Like Fortnite was at the top of the game for the longest time. Apex Legends came in and they started borrowing stuff from Apex Legends, and they've both been at the top for a while. And Warzone came out of nowhere. Yeah, and so the same thing, right? I think if we get I know NBA Live tried to compete with 2K, but obviously NBA 2K won that out. And with Madden, I think once we get another NFL game in here, a developer that knows what they're doing, like 2K, they'll be able to edge out EA. I know EA's been struggling. Other than Apex Legends, they've been struggling a lot. Like. They lost their their Star Wars licensing, right? And like any other EA games, like for the longest time they were the big sports games, but they just been focusing on Madden and seeing that go downhill. Like they might have to switch it up a bit, right?
They're actually planning on bringing back college.
Oh yeah, we were talking about that. Did you hear how they're doing
that?
That's
what I'm waiting for.
Because college players can't get paid, the NCAA won't allow the likeness of the student athlete, to be in the game. So they're like jerseys are just gonna have like numbers on them, but it won't say like their name.
Oh yeah. That's how they did it in previous ones though. In the old one, that's how they did it. Numbered like number 5, number 6, and then like when you play the story mode, they give them some random ass last names like that. So like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's an effect, but I can see it changing soon because now, LA or like California players can get paid.
Oh, okay.
Because they had like this thing like California players can get paid. That's why there was a whole big ass thing with NCAA and shit because that's just for one state. So like they like NCAA end up opening that shit up. So now they can get played. So they might end up changing and stuff like that.
Yeah. It seems like it'll be something that'll be changed soon.
Yeah.
Long time.
I mean, why not? They deserved it. They deserve it. They're people. They're the reason why it's there in the first place. They deserve it.
They're
money.
making their college millions of dollars.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
you have people like Jameis Winston over here stealing crab legs because he doesn't want to eat,
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that's kind of like, man, just pay him. They're making them so much money. Just give
Yeah.
Yeah,
them.
just give it to him.
I think it just came more down to like the how big it is. It's just like, well, damn, how many colleges are there and how many students are
Yeah.
there? You know what I'm saying? So what are we really paying these kids, and how much money is it going to really cost us just to pay these kids? So I think that's why they're leaning towards the number thing, because it's just like you got to think about it. Even these small schools with these kids that we probably never even hear again about it ever in our lives, they getting paid because they're technically they're in the football
Yeah.
game and stuff
Yeah.
like that. So I think that's why they really like where
Well,
they're really
yeah.
teeter
And
totter.
with everything, I don't know if you guys saw the admission scandal documentary on Netflix,
No.
but they were talking about a lot about how they were using these lower level programs like rowing, like surfing or whatever these other sports that not a lot of people pay attention to, and they were using them to you know basically get these kids into college as
Huh.
athletes. So like if they're
Wow.
already this going on behind closed doors, they're already getting paid
Oh,
probably
for
these
sure.
players. So
Oh yeah, yeah,
they
yeah.
just
Most definitely.
open it up at this
Yeah.
point. There's no reason not to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Most
So
definitely.
with that said, I mean, would this NCAA football game really give Madden a run for its money? Personally, I don't think so.
Mhm.
I think like just NCAA and NFL
I don't,
just being two separate entities
yeah,
is not really gonna push Madden to do better. Um,
no.
especially,
I think it'd have to be pro
yeah,
for sure. A pro
yeah,
game. NTA is it'll be just a different game that people jump on whenever they're bored of
yeah,
Madden.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Only because they're both going to be under EA. If like
yeah,
it was under 2K, I think it would then
yeah,
because I think it would eventually jump over Madden because of like people get tired of the same shit. You
yeah,
know what I mean? So I
yeah.
think only reason why because they're under the same company. That's the only reason why it won't have any
that's
effect on
true.
Madden. Even if it was the number one fucking sale, they both making
For
money off
sure.
of it. So it's just like they wouldn't really
Yeah,
care.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's because you can like take your NCAA player and import them into Madden. So they make money
Yeah.
off of that. Now you got
I
to
know,
get the
right?
next Madden type stuff. You
Yeah.
know? Yeah,
Don't give
That's
them
smart.
ideas, dude.
yeah.
you,
Mm-hmm. Get to go to the draft
you
and all
gotta buy
that.
them
So it's
together
crazy.
now.
Yeah, you got the dual pack
Dual
and all
pack.
that. So
Though,
that might actually increase the sales. And that might actually
yeah,
that's what they need or something. They might need the NCAA to
yeah.
come back.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
They gotta get something going. At least from a marketing front, they gotta get more creative with it. Yeah, because
Yeah,
last
most
few years they
definitely.
just been doing the same stuff, and I mean people are catching on. Like I said, at the beginning of this section, it's just there's people signing petitions to tell them to stop making the game and just give us new content.
Damn. I got ideas. If y'all know if y'all can get me to talk to the
I
right
know,
people,
right?
maybe I can
That's
save
right.
Madden. So just help me out. Find the right
Yep.
people.
Yeah.
We're gonna start our own position. Hashtag save
Save
Madden.
Madden.
Yeah. There
This
you
is
go.
Yeah,
how.
okay. All right. Yep, I got it. I'm ready.
I'd be
Already ready.
down. That'd be good. All right. That basically wraps up our topics for today. As
Okay.
always, I don't know if you know as well. We'll go ahead and get started with this, but we generally do a recommendation of one game that we recommend for the week. So
Okay.
each of us do our own recommendations. I'll go ahead and start. My recommendation this week is again Knockout City, that dodgeball game. I'm gonna drop the link so you can get the beta on again PlayStation, Xbox, Switch, and PC. I'll drop it in the description. Definitely recommend it, dude. It looks like a lot of fun, and I've seen a lot of people have a lot of fun playing it. It's been hyped up a lot. People are already talking about it being like really cool for next gen consoles, but it's still available on this gen. If you're into any type of like sports game, even like shooters, honestly, it kind of looks like a paintball game
Yeah.
where like it's a shooter,
Bit
like
of
pick up
both.
a ball, throw it, and kind of a mix between that and like a hero shooter, like Valorant, because each person has their own special abilities, and it just looks like an overall fun game. So something just to play for fun. It doesn't look very competitive, so if that's what you're looking for, maybe not Knockout City, but it's in beta, it's free. I think you might as well give it a shot, right?
Definitely.
Right.
I'm gonna go with Wild Rift, League of Legends Wild Rift. I've been playing it the last
Oh
few
yeah.
days or last 2 days, however long it's been out. And it's fun, man. I got friends that don't have PC and they finally get to play some form of League, and it's easy. It's not overcomplicated. It takes a little getting used to if you haven't played it before, but it's fun. It's not the full League
Yeah.
experience. But I guess it's kind of good because it has to be on, especially on mobile. You don't want it to be too
Like a sample of
too
it, like
yeah, and then if you like it so much, you jump on computer
Yeah.
too
It's a
and
dope
yeah.
and,
introduction,
and play it over there too.
especially if you've
Yeah,
never played
definitely. Yeah,
MOBAs before. Like it's a
exactly.
really
Yeah,
good
Mm.
introduction on like what the core of a MOBA
yeah,
is. Like these are your
yep,
teams, and you're working towards this objective, and you're playing against this like you have to kill these minions, you have to try to kill the other heroes whenever you can, work as a team. Like you learn all the basics of a
Okay.
MOBA in this game, and then it's more, but it's way more chill than the League of Legends game. Yeah,
definitely. Yeah, it's not. There's a little bit of
yeah, yeah,
tryhards there, but I mean it's the same people as League,
yeah,
right? So mostly
yeah.
League is a tryhard
I think
game,
what's cool
so
about it,
it's bound
yeah,
to
I
be
think
that
what's
way.
cool about it is that League of Legends generally like those games take like 45 to 50 minutes to finish a game.
Yeah, it's only like
Yeah,
15
these are like
minutes.
15 to
Yeah,
20-minute games, like
it's
perfect for
quick. Yeah,
mobile. Like you just like, hey, I got 15 minutes to spare. I'm just gonna play a game real quick, and
yeah. Do it on your break, play
yeah,
one
That's
game, and go
cool.
back.
yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, that's a good one. That's a good recommendation for sure.
Okay, okay.
Mine would have to be Rainbow Six
Oh,
Siege.
Siege,
I
yeah.
just got
nice.
into it. Yeah, Siege is it's my
Love
my friend's
Siege.
been trying to put me on it for a while now, so I just got on it the other day, and it's actually really like
Yeah,
very competitive,
Oh yeah,
and you
very.
have to play as a team. It has it's a search and destroy kind of vibe. It's like it's pretty cool because it's very tactical. And yeah, definitely a new game. That I would have to like grind out to like get better. Because everyone's so good at it already.
yeah,
But yeah, it's,
Yeah,
it's really fun. There's so many operators to choose from with different abilities, and so
yeah.
I
Siege is
definitely
great.
get into it. Yeah, it's really fun.
nice.
Okay. Uh, I'll go with Genshin Impact.
Genshin Impact. Okay.
It's a little,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nice.
Like I know it just came out of nowhere. I just seen it all like everywhere, and I just decided to download it. I love it because it's a little adventure game and stuff like that.
That's
I'm
cool.
traveling around the world, I
Wait, you playing
guess,
the
and I'm just
anime
fighting. And I
game?
get my team.
You're a
Genshin,
weeb.
you know
You're a
Genshin?
weeb.
I love Genshin.
That's awesome.
Genshin is
That's
fun.
awesome.
Yeah,
I'm not
I
gonna
like it.
lie, I liked playing it at first too. And then
Yeah.
that one you can play on mobile, right? You can play that one on mobile also.
Mobile,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it's free.
yeah. It started messing up. I don't know what's going on, so I'm just waiting for it to get
Yeah.
fixed. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Genshin. That was the one that I like. It's just
awesome.
some like spare time type of game as well, like you said. Like I get as much in as I can until I got to do whatever I got to
Yeah,
do.
for
So
sure. That's a good
Yeah.
one because that's like a low key chill game sometimes too. Like you just go
yeah,
around with your different characters and just like play through your quests, and yeah, that one's cool. That's a good one. That's a good one for sure.
yeah. It is something different for me too, because like you said, I'm a big
Yeah.
sports player, so I like to switch it up a lot. So that's
Nice,
why I picked.
dope. All right, well, again, we want to say thank you to everyone that joined us. We had a good amount of viewers right now, but then everyone that's watching afterwards, thank you also for watching. Make sure to like,
Yes, sir.
subscribe,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
not only to us, but make sure you're catching everything over on Higher Passion as well. And make sure to catch Will on his podcast. Will, what podcast are you on?
Yes. I'm on 3
Okay.
right now. I'm on Hood of May, Positively Central, and Sports Dogs. Catch me, like,
Yeah.
follow, and subscribe. Just in case you love seeing
Yeah.
my face.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
I
here
need,
always.
I need to get on
That's
the
right.
anime
Yeah.
one, the anime one. Like I
Yes,
got my
yes.
Dragon Ball Z shirt on and everything. Like
I see you.
yeah,
I
so
see you.
yeah, that was really dope.
Hood
Yeah,
of
my
May.
my wife likes the Positively Essential one. She loves it. She's just cracking up listening to you guys go on about relationships, and honestly, like it's really cool to see just like how honest and transparent you guys are on that one. And then the Sports Dogs podcast, I'm consistently listening to that for my fantasy teams. Not gonna lie, I take a lot of advice from you guys. Sometimes it helps, Sometimes they don't. But
Hey,
you try
we
though,
try,
yeah, for
we
sure.
try, you
I
know.
think it's a good one. So
Yeah.
yeah, check out Will and those other podcasts. Check out all the other podcasts we got. We got Heroes of Mutants. I know that this is one of my favorite ones, and keep listening. Check us out, and thank you for joining us. Again, we are Quickscope Podcast.
Thank you guys for having me. You guys are great.
GG's.
GG's, everyone.